Good evening, everyone. Head coach Bobby Hurley is joining us. Thanks for the time, Coach. Please start us off with an opening statement. Then we will move on to questions from the media using the raised hand function. Go ahead, Coach.
I'm just proud of my team's effort. I thought we battled extremely hard, and UCLA is gonna, they're gonna try and grind you up, and really defensive-minded, tough team, both ends of the floor, and good inside game. And I thought we held our own in the paint, held our own on the backboard, and those were points of emphasis that we're trying to get better at. I like how our guys stepped up. We've had a tough stretch, and to be shorthanded and to have, 4 guys play over 40 minutes in a game and still, compete the way we did, I thought was very honorable, how we played, and despite all the adversity that we're facing.
Open it up to questions, starting with Michelle.
Hey, Coach, can you speak to the rebounding effort and also your defensive effort tonight? It looked really good.
Yeah, well, I thought we did a good job, especially through the regulation, to dig in the post, get some post trapping. We were able, I generated 18 turnovers in this game without pressing UCLA very much in the game. So thought we were feisty in that regard. Not sure if Riley kind of wore us down as we got to overtime. We didn't handle him as well, at that portion of the game. But Marcus having double-figure rebounds, Josh having double-figure rebounds. It's important for us because if we can do that well, we have guys that can play in the open court, and it's going to be real beneficial for us moving forward.
Ode.
Bobby, I know in the preseason you talked about Alonzo Verge really taking that next step. Do you think tonight was an example of the growth that he showed from last year to this year?
I think, he took it on his, took it personal, had a chip on his shoulder, how he played. He's in a good rhythm. He's making those mid-range shots, getting to the basket well. And I think he had 6 defensive rebounds in the first half, which it was really good from the guard spot. So did a lot of things that were positive for us tonight.
Cam?
Hey, Coach, just how tough was a game like this to pull off for you guys, being down so many people, and when do you expect to be back at full strength?
Yeah, I'm not sure on either. Well, it's tough. And again, when I mentioned, 4 guys playing over 40 minutes, that rarely happens. So it's I think we got a good foundation under us for those 4 guys in terms of conditioning. It's a very physical game, and these guys battled through it well. As far as the other players, it's still, their day to day, and I'll try and get some updates as I know more.
Chris?
You got me?
Yeah, we got you now, Chris.
Hey, sorry about that, Bobby. Just what's it been like over the last several weeks, getting to a place where you could have this type of a defensive performance?
Well, it's been, again, a lot of film session, a lot of communication with the guys, and showing them our breakdowns and trying to stress the importance of it, and showing the success that we do have when we're better in that department, and what that means to just our chances of winning games. It's going to be critical for us to play with that physicality, to have multiple guys focused on doing it, and then we'll have more success, as we move forward.
A few more questions. Doug. Doug can't hear you.
Can you hear?
We got you now.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, we got you now.
Bobby, how frustrating is it to be this far into the season and because of issues out of your control, still not have a good feel for where you are as a basketball team?
Yeah, I think back to some really good moments when we're at full strength, and the promise that was there, and when you've had to deal with everything we've had to deal with, it's not easy. As a coach, you want routine, you want structure, you want preparation, and the guys getting in a great routine. And we've been at a rhythm with our routine, and not having multiple key players is also an issue, just in terms of playing an overtime game like this, and what do you got left in the tank, for that additional 5 minutes.
Chris?
Yeah, Bobby, just what happened on the situation that was, I guess it was a carry by Woods, and then you got the technical foul, and also the earlier technical by Chris Austin. What were your thoughts about those situations?
Yeah, I mean, carries are rarely called. You might get one every couple of games. So it's an unusual time for that. So that was maybe the source of frustration. I did yell, but I didn't say anything to the official. I stared at him, and that's what got me to tee. But maybe it's an accumulation of sins there. That'd be my best guess. As far as Chris, I didn't see Chris gesture at the UCLA player or say anything to him. I was told he turned and looked at him, and that got him the technical.
Last question, Michael?
Yeah, Coach, I know you touched on, obviously, Marcus, but having him back on the court, what was your overall thoughts of his performance tonight against UCLA?
I mean, you could just see, his athleticism and his rebounding ability, and he could go up, top of the box, get a rebound, and just the accountability that defenses need to have for him. And he had some nice threes on some plays we called for him, and then just defenses have to honor him because he's very capable of making shots. He's going to have a lot of influence and over how we're going to do at the offensive end. And I think that's where the growth potential is still there too for our team. We didn't have the cleanest offensive game. Our percentages weren't great, yet we hung in there. And I think that there are some guys that could shoot better percentages than we shot tonight. And I think we'll get there, and we're on the right track.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Hey, I'm just going to say one thing. I just want to, again, that my thoughts and everything, my prayers and my mind and my heart was with Remy today, and what he's meant to the program the last 3 years, and what he's going through, and what his grandfather means to him. It was special to coach the game and be thinking about him as well. And I just wish him the best and his family the best with what they're going through right now. Thank you.
Thanks, Coach. We got Alonzo Verge joining us next. Alonzo Verge is joining us. Thank you for the time, Alonzo. We'll open it up to questions from the media using the raise hand function. Please use the raise hand function if you have a question. We'll start off. First up, Amir.
Yeah, Alonzo, you really heated up in the second half and overtime. You kind of cooled down a little bit. Was there anything that they did specifically in order to get you off your game a little bit in overtime?
Hold on, Alonzo. We got you on mute first.
Really, it just comes down to me making better decisions. I kind of sucked the defense in and took a couple contested shots when I was really supposed to kick it out, make the better play. So it's just me making that adjustment throughout the game and knowing that I got to make that play.
Oh,
Alonzo, Bobby in the preseason talked about seeing signs that you really can take that next step in your growth from last year to this year. I know the season's kind of been tough. You had to miss a couple of games earlier, but do you think this really was the first true game to show your growth from last year?
because we lost. So I like to win. So I'll score 2 points and we win. I'm fine. But as far as my growth, I think that shows throughout every game. It's ups and downs. This hasn't been an easy season, but I feel like my growth showed just throughout every game we play. You might see something different.
Trevor?
Alonzo, you guys seem to be much improved defensively with how you were doubling out their bigs and rotating. What was it like just in the last couple of weeks getting to that point?
Just locking in, just paying attention to details when coaching them are talking and we're going through plays. Just locking in, paying attention to what they are saying so we can execute on the court.
Michelle?
Obviously, with Remy not playing today, there was a huge void. How much did you really want to take it on your shoulders to kind of be the guy, to be kind of the catalyst out there?
I kind of just wanted to let things flow and come to me. Regardless if Remy here or not, I'm gonna do what I do, and that's something that I always done. So yeah, I did feel more expectation from coaching them and things like that, absolutely, and that's that. I take heed in that.
Doug?
Alonzo, just what have you guys lost just not being able to be out there all as a team at one time practicing together as a unit? How has that kind of affected where you guys are right now?
Believe it or not, it affects it a lot actually. Because those trials and tribulations you go through in practice makes you go out on the court and play harder for the next person. So like, it means a lot. It matters. It's no excuses though. I felt like we should have won this game. We had a chance to close it out and win, but we didn't finish out. So yeah.
Last question, Michael.
Yeah, Alonzo, what did you think of Marcus's performance tonight, having him back on the court?
It's always good to have his presence on the court because he's just he brings a lot of energy to our team offensively and defensively. So it's always good to have him. It's a plus when he's out on the court with us.
All right, thank you for the time, Alonzo. That's it for tonight, everybody. See you on Saturday.
Thanks, Connor.